So here we are in High Level, and we are about to upload a mailing list, a client list, a CRM list, whatever you might call it. Now this is a fake list. YouTube took down my video because they thought I was disclosing information. That was not real information. This is not real information. Just a fake list for the purposes of education. Now we're going to upload this list. Now the big thing here is you're dealing with fields. So you have a company field, address field, city field, phone field. You get the idea, right? So that's what we're going to be dealing with here in just a second when we upload it. And we're going to log in. Ideally, I'm going to recommend that you log into app.dw or dwydigitalmarketing.com. You can also log into the High Level area, but if you do log into the other area, you don't get access to support. Now there is free support right here. We've actually toggled for everybody to where you can go in and look through all sorts of, just search the AI and search for all sorts of information on how to upload, and do things in here. Now, the other side note that I wanted to let you guys know before we move on is that if you are tying in Brevo and Twilio and you don't have it done yet, or you're barely getting started with Brevo and Twilio, tying that into the High Level software, I'd recommend that you just email us instead, and for a small fee, we can actually get everything started for you, and it's just going to be more seamless. So you can actually fill out this form. I believe this is it. Well, if you have to go here, this is it right here. Fill out this form, and then we will actually be able to do that for you. I won't say what the cost is because it may or may not go up, but it's reasonable, right? So you can go ahead and do that and just let us know, or just email one of us and just let us know that you want to do that. It'll just be a little bit more seamless and easier for you for the setup and for the A2P compliance. Okay, so let's go ahead, and we're under contacts. We're logged into High Level. We're under contacts, and we're going to go to import contacts. So we're going to find that mailing list that we were just looking at, and we're going to search for it. It's called mailing list example. And like I'd mentioned before, Google, it is an example. It's not real client information. Okay, so we're going to click next. Now, this is the part that you have to pay attention to with the fields. So you have first name, and you kind of want to even portray, kind of relay back and forth to your actual list. So the first name is Abby, and then Abby, that makes sense. Last name is Marks, that makes sense. Company name is Remax, this is great. City name is Not a Real Street, 123, good. Looks like everything is how we want it to be, except for we have a secondary phone number, so we need to look for that and see where that's actually at. Do we have a first phone number? Okay, yeah, that's because, and the reason why that's not showing up right is because that says phone number instead of phone one. So let's go ahead and call this one phone one, or just phone. And then this one actually selected correctly for phone two. Email, last invoice announcement. You can actually go in and create custom fields for any of these things as needed. If they're not already in, then they're not going to be showing up. But I'll show you how to do that in just a second. So a tagged service, I think what we can do here is just call it types of services maybe. And then lead source, this is like where they heard about you from. If you know what that might be, we call that source, but you can call it whatever. Do not disturb. I'm not sure if we even have that toggled in this account, but that's basically if they happen to be a client that you still want to have a record of and you don't want to email them, right? So you want them to be in do not disturb mode. I think that might be, let's see. And again, that this may or may not, none of these other ones other than the basic stuff at the top may not be in your account. You might have to create them. You might have 10 different ones that aren't even listed here. I don't know which information you want to track, right? So that's that's part of the beautiful thing about this software is because you can, it's not really limited. You can put in whatever you want. You can put in a separate category for tile, for rugs, for whatever you want it to be, and specific things about each one of those. Okay, so that's the do not disturb DND for right there. So all of these actually have a field. You don't have to have them have a field. I think if you, I think the next one's going to give you an option to skip some of them if there is no field. So there we go. So we're going to create a list of contacts from that import, and we are going to, I like to tag them, and usually by the day. That way I know that if I messed up, I could go in and just delete all these people easily. If I do have a workflow campaign, I can add them to that right now. I'd like to go ahead and add a secondary preference for phone. whenever I do this. You can just have it by email, but I like to do it by phone and email. And then there we go. So perfect. So all of this looks good. We're going to add new and update existing, or we can just add new if you know that they're all new, or you can just add or update existing if you know that everybody in here is existing. Normally, though, you're going to add new and update existing kind of by default. So, okay, now we're going to go ahead and click submit, and it should take a couple minutes. View the details. It should take a minute. It looks like it is complete. So let's go back to the contact list. So this is everybody that we just uploaded. This is, and just as easily as that was, this could have been a list of 10,000 people, right? It's small just to kind of show you, but that could have been a huge list. Now, all you really have to do once you get your A2P compliance, or once you get everything toggled up for the email system, you can go in and click send SMS, and it's literally this easy, right? This particular account doesn't have a phone number attached to it yet, but you can type in your message after your phone number is set, and we're gonna go ahead and have the contacts user first name, because I want everybody's first name to be there. Happy holidays, whatever. We're not gonna actually type a message, but you can either send it all at once, you can send it at a scheduled time if you want to start it at a particular time and day during the week, and then click send SMS. It's really that easy. Emails are just as easy. In fact, maybe even a little bit easier, because we actually have templates already put in here for everything. I believe in this actual, let's see, November. Oh, they're not toggled in this account. But in your account, you should be able to search for November and get a list of all of the emails that you actually want to use. And then look over the email, put your name in there, and click send. It's really that easy. We'll have another video for that.